Good morning. In previous class, we have studied about the form controls. Today, we are going to see some of the form controls. In that, one is how to pick the color. Okay, we have studied numbering, ranging, text box, text area, and everything. Now, we are going to see how to pick the colors. So, what is the range I'll give? I'll give you here is select color colon. Okay, select color colon. Enter what I'm going to use here is input type is equal to. Can anyone say that what I can use it here? Can anyone say that input type is equal to what? What value I have to specify here? Okay, usually if I want to make use of text box, what is the value you're going to specify for your type attribute? If I want to specify the text box for the name attribute, for the name label, what is the value you're going to specify for your type attribute?
Text.
Text. The same way, if you want to make use of color box, then you need to use your color value. Okay. For type attribute, we have to use a value called color. Then we are going to specify a default value to use that. It is some which is known as, I'm going to use your this value, so some color I'm going to use. Okay, that's it. And self-closing. Save it, go back and run your code. Set is done. Here you can check it out, select a color, color is there. If you want to check any color, you can range it from anywhere to anywhere. Is it clear? And you can specify it any value also, like 255 yellow, and here I'll specify 155. It is around 20 color, like this. Understood? Clear? How to specify a color value? Is it understood for everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, we are going to make use of date and time controls. We are going to make use of date and time controls. BR, I'm going to use a BR tags. I'll specify the date and time controls. If I want to specify the date, if I want to pick a date through the form, how to pick in the sense, we are going to use like select the date, I'll specify the label. Here I'll make use of input type is equal to. Can anyone specify what value I can specify? Can anyone specify what value I can specify here? Input type is equal to. Yes? Any answers?
Date.
Yes, we have to specify a date. Okay. Save. Go back to this mode. Refresh it. Come down. Here you can check your input box. Click on this. You can select whatever the date you require it. If you want to change your year, you can change it. Not anything. Like this, you are going to get it. Okay. Now, if I want to specify the time, how you should use in the sense, the same way similar to your selecting of your dates, select the time I'll specify, colon, input, input type is equal to, I'll specify time, name is equal to, I'll specify some normal, anything you can specify here, a value, and I'll close the value. Now your input. Then I'll give a break. Save it, go back to this and run. You can come up with your time. You can select how many hours, how many minutes you require. Clear? Yes or no?
Yes,
Have you
sir.
understood how to select, how to specify the color, how to date and the time?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now what I required is, now I have specified date and time separately. Now I require date and time uh, in the combination. Date and time should be the combination. It should be in a single pair. How should I specify? Select the date and time. Input type is equal to, what should I specify? You have to say me name is equal to specify date. That's it. I'll close this. I'll specify breaking lines. Okay, can anyone say me how should I specify in this format? Date and time. How should I specify? It should be the combination. So how, nothing, it is date, time, that's it. Your value for your type attribute is date, time. Should be date, time. The value, you can check it out here, it is date and time. Separate in the sense date you can specify once and time. But if you need in the combination, you need to specify date, time. Save it, go back, refresh it, come up and check here. You have to specify the date and time. Okay. Next, if I want to specify a week, nothing. Similar to this, select a week. Here I'll specify it as a week. That's it. Save it. I'll go back and I'll refresh. I'll check what you got it. Week. And this should be the number like week 01, 02, and 03. Can anyone say that how many weeks we have in a per year? How many weeks we have in a year? 52? Okay, we have 52 weeks. So here you can check it out in which year you require, I mean which year and which week you required it, you can select. Here you're going to get 2021. Okay, this is the only one for your week. Okay, this is about your date and time controls. Okay, another one is we have accessible forms. Accessible forms. Date and time controls. These are the date and time controls. I have come up with the date, time, week, month. It is normal. Here you can check up your date, time, local. That it will specify as per your zone, time zone. Okay. Next, accessible form. Can anyone say that what do you mean by an accessible form? Can anyone say that what do you mean by an accessible form? See, accessible form in the sense, suppose example, you have written a first what I'll do, I'll just directly I'll specify a name, colon, and one text box. Earlier, in the previous what I had shown, like in this form controls, we don't have any connection between these two for the label and your text box. Where in the accessible form, we are going to give a connection between your label and your text box. Understood? I'll show one thing. I'll show the difference between your accessible form and this. Okay. This is your form. When I click on the student name, my access is not getting. Like when I click on the student name label, when I click on it, my cursor is not displaying here. When I click on the text box, then only my focus and the text box is appearing like a blinking here insert button. Okay, but when we are using accessible form, when you click on the student name also, this text box will get focus and it will get appear. Okay, I'll show the difference here once again. I think accessible form here I have written, run it, close it. Okay, see now I'll click on the title. When I click on the title, automatically the text box will get the insert button will be get displayed here and it will be blinking. Okay, when I click on the title, you can check it out, it will be accessible. I have not clicked on the text box. Here you can check it out. When I click on the student name, it is not accessible, but when I click on the text box, then only it is accessible. Okay, even when I click on the country, the drop down boxes blinking. Check it out. Yes or no? Okay. The same thing here. When I click on the title, it is not accessible. And this is general form, and this when I click on this, these are the accessible form. When I click on the text box or when I click on the title, this has to be get activated. Okay, how it is going to be get activated in this sense? Can anyone have an idea? Can anyone have an idea how it is going to be get accessible? That it is very simple. When you're writing a name, first I'll write it label, label, one minute. Label, I'll specify one minute. Table. Okay, fine. Rather than here, I'll show it in the directly here in the code. How I need to be given link between your label and your input text box in the sense. We have an attribute called for. For that for, we can use a value, any value, whatever you require, whatever you want to specify a value for your for attribute, you can specify. But whatever the value you have given for no, the same value we have to specify in your input tag. Wherever you are using input tag for that particular title, we have to specify that value for your attribute called ID. Okay. Suppose we have a title. For the title, we want to link with the text box. So for the title, we have to use an attribute called for. For that for attribute, you can specify any value. Next, for that label, you are going to take an input with the type is equal to text. In that tag, we have to specify one attribute which is called as ID. When I specify an attribute called ID, whatever the value you have specified for the for attribute in the label, the same has to be specified for your input tag, which is called ID. Understood how should you have to specify? Have you understood how to specify the or how to give a connection between your label and your input?
Yes, sir.
Do anyone have a doubt still? Do anyone have doubts? Yes, anyone? Okay, this is all about your accessible forms. And this is about normal flow. Normal flow is nothing but it is just a layout of how the elements are going to be flow. Okay. When no positioning properties are specified, like example, your text box has to be displayed only in this position. Okay, your radio buttons has to be positioned in this particular location only, like this. Okay, there are two types of elements which are going to be having in the web page. One is your block elements, another one is your inline elements. Okay, block elements, another one is inline elements. Can anyone say what are the block elements? Block elements are nothing but where which you are going to display the data in the block. Okay, like example, you have hi, hello, you have to display. Like example, this will be in the bold. Hi. This will be in the board. For this, we are going to call it as the block elements. If you want to display like this, can anyone say what are the tags we have to use? Okay, P tag, div tag, H1 to H6, UL table. These are the block level elements. And next thing is inline elements. Inline elements in the sense where we are going to use within the tag. Where we are going to use within the tag, which we are going to call it as an inline elements. Like bold, italic, TR, bold, italic, underline, strong, super, sub, subscript, superscript, big, small, lins, delete, code. These all the tags which we are going to use under the another one tag. For that, we are going to call it as an inline elements. Okay. In that inline element, there are two types again. One is replaced, another one is non-replaced. One is replaced, another one is non-replaced. One replaced. What do you mean by replaced? Can anyone say that? What do you mean by replaced? Replaced inline elements are nothing but whose elements appearance is defined by some external resources. Okay, whose appearance is defined. Appearance will be defined by the external resources, which we are going to call it as a replaced. Non-replaced is nothing but the elements whose content is defined within the document. Okay, non-replaced is nothing but the elements which we are going to be declared with, whose elements content which is going to be declared within the document, that we are going to call it as a non-replaced. Okay, this is all about the normal flow. Okay, fine, we'll wind up today here and we'll continue in the next class.